Welcome into another edition of SC Checks In, presented by First Texoma National Bank. The champs are here. The 2020 Great American Conference women's basketball champs are here. We've got Katie Branam, Chandler Kemp, Kamryn Cantwell, and Briley Moon. Ladies, how are we doing?
Good.
Good.
So I mentioned the 2020 Great American Conference champions. I want to go ahead again and congratulate you all on, one, winning the regular season and the conference tournament. That's very, very challenging to do, especially in basketball. And when you look at the conference tournament being single elimination, every game is so important, and it can usually come down to one or two shots, one or two missed shots or blocks or fouls. So we've got Katie Branam here from Bells, Texas. She's been here since 2017, biology major, played in 78 games, and a Great American Conference champion. Kamryn Cantwell from Bowie, Texas. She's been here since 2018. Health and Human Performance major. First team All-GAC as a sophomore. She's played in 43 games, GAC champion. Chandler Kemp from Gainesville, Texas. She's been here since 2016. A graduate of Southeastern, now getting her master's in sports administration. Played in 51 games, also a GAC champion. Briley Moon from Martins Mill, Texas. Been here since 2018, Health and Human Performance major, GAC Freshman of the Year, All GAC in 2020, GAC All Tournament Team in 2020, and has played in 56 games. So there's a big chunk of our women's basketball success. We'll kind of start there. Kamryn, talk about growing up and why you chose Southeastern.
So I'm from Bowie, Texas, which is about an hour and 40 from here. I grew up my whole life wanting to play basketball, traveled everywhere to play. And Southeastern was kind of a last minute thing for me. It was probably more like Christmas time of my senior year when I committed. I also came on a visit a couple weeks before then. But when I left Southeastern, I knew that was where I was going to be. It just felt like home, and that's kind of something that I had prayed for and wanted, and I loved the atmosphere. Everybody was very welcoming, and I loved the coaches and the way that they play the game.
Katie, what about you?
So I was actually born in Durant because both my parents went to Southeastern, but I grew up in Bells, Texas, which is about 40 minutes from here. So I had always heard of Southeastern, and I knew it was close to home. I'm very family oriented. So that was just nice, like knowing that all my family wouldn't have to travel far to come to the games. And then whenever I came up here and visited Southeastern and just met the coaches and the girls, it just felt kind of like a second family. So I just felt like I would really fit in here and enjoy my time here.
Kamryn, what about you? Not Kamryn, I'm sorry, Chandler.
Well, I grew up from about an hour and 15, maybe if you drop the speed limit. But, I've always grown up playing basketball, and I visited a lot of colleges, and, all of them felt really cold. There weren't a lot of welcoming colleges, but when I came to Southeastern, the coaches was really warm. The campus was really warm. It just felt like a home place, and having a sister getting a chance to play with my sister again was also a plus, and it kind of put them a little bit over the edge.
There you go. Briley, what about you?
So me, I guess it was kind of different. Growing up, I played softball my entire life, and so I was actually committed to Tarleton to play softball. So going into my senior year, I'm from a basketball high school, and so my senior year, I started emailing coaches about basketball, and Coach Grover had wanted me to come on a visit, and when I did that, I came here. I loved the coaches, the atmosphere, the teammates, and so it's kind of an easy choice at that moment.
Katie, what's it like playing at Southeastern?
It's really just amazing. Every time I come into the gym, everybody, it just feels like family. I mean, we all get along. We all just have this bond, and it's always nice to win too. So especially winning last year the GAC championship, it just felt like we had all put in so much hard work together, and then just to celebrate as a team, it was really just unbelievable. It was awesome.
Kamryn, what about you?
I've loved every minute of playing here. Just the community here is amazing. The fans always come out. But most importantly, just having my teammates and my coaches, you know, every day I look forward to coming into practice. I look forward to seeing my coaches and my teammates. And like Katie said, it's nice to win.
Chandler.
I would just say the same as them. Like, it's just a great opportunity. Very limited of girls get to play in college basketball. So just being able to get an offer and to come here to play was great. And I personally never had made it that far in high school past playoffs. So going that far in basketball was like a dream come true. I had always dreamed about cutting down the net and winning a ring. And like, I felt like it was just like everything came together at the perfect timing. And it was just kind of amazing and something I would love to relive again and again.
And we'll get into that a little bit. Briley, what about your time here so far?
I absolutely love it here. The coaches and everything coming in, competing with each other every single day makes it that much more fun. We're all kind of close, so I'm just having an amazing time here.
Good deal. So one thing that kind of started in January, and then while you all were playing, you all were practicing and didn't really get to see a whole lot of it, but was our weight room, turf room, and all that. How's that been, being able to actually use that now and get our full workouts in there in a space that's double with what we had prior? Katie, what's that like being able to work out in that new weight room and have all the space and all the weights and all the technology?
It's awesome. I mean, we even have like iPads set up at our squat rack, so we can just see our full workout right there and just plug in our weights. Like, it just keeps up with everything. And getting in there with Coach AJ, he's done an awesome job with us, and he's really like taking full advantage of using all of our new equipment. And I just feel like we're getting stronger and stronger every day.
Kamryn, what about you?
It's been great. Compared to what we have been lifting in, compared to what we are now, it's completely different in the best way. It's super, super nice, and I'm extremely thankful that at a Division II school that I get the opportunity to work out in a weight room facility like that.
Chandler.
I would say the same as Kamryn. Like, it's just a great opportunity. Like, our weight room is something you see at a D1 school. It's not something you see very often at a D2 school. So just having the support from the community to help us build this facility was amazing. And it's just an honor to walk in. Just makes you want to work harder and, you know, show the results of the effort put in to bring a facility like that onto campus.
Briley, what about you?
I would say the same with Chan. You know, whenever you walk in, you see that big room and the lights and everything is kind of just bigger and it looks a lot better. It makes you also want to perform better and do better and strive to be your best.
Did you all get to see what the pool looked like, or did you ever even see the pool before we filled it in and put the weight room on top?
I did not see the pool.
I didn't either.
I'll make sure I show you some before pictures so you can see what it was. So they did a really good job with that. The people that came in, our donors, everybody, I want to thank them for helping fund that project. It's transformed the lives of our student athletes and our campuses, and I can't thank you enough. These student athletes get to use that. So we'll kind of piggyback off that and go into the season. Going into the season, Katie, during preseason, how did you feel like the team would be?
I knew that we had a lot of potential. Every day that we came into practice, it was a competition. And I feel like that's the best way to make the team better. I mean, we competed with each other every single day, and we just got in and got work done. So we knew from the beginning that we had potential, but that we had to keep on working to meet our goals. And that's exactly what we did.
Kamryn, what did you think about the preseason coming in and how the basketball team was going to be?
I knew coming in that we were going to be pretty good. We had a lot of talent. We had a lot of people back. The year before, we had a lot of injuries, so I knew if we stayed healthy, we could have a great year. And kind of like what KB said, every day we came in and we competed. We went after each other every day, and we had very few bad days of practice.
What about you, Chandler?
I just kind of knew, like, I knew after the end of the year before that we all knew we missed out on being where we were supposed to be. So everybody was just really committed and dedicated to coming in the gym every day and just watching everyone come on the floor and just compete and give their best because they knew we had a chance of doing something great, and we did something great, was just like, you kind of knew during preseason, like we were going to make history that year. And we ran with it, and we had the confidence, and we walked on the floor with the confidence. And that's why we exceeded at what we did.
Riley, what about the preseason? How did you feel coming in? How do you think the team was going to be?
My freshman year, after all the injuries that had happened, I think that going into my sophomore year, we knew that we had a lot of potential and that we pretty much, had the confidence that we could win the championship.
Good deal. A lot of people don't realize basketball season, it's a long season. You all start true practice early October, mid-October, start games in November. And it's crazy because you go through, you have games, then you have a Christmas break, and then school's out. You come back, school starts, you're back playing again. So it's crazy. It's such a long season because you could have so much momentum early on in the year. You go to Christmas break and come back, and it could be completely different. So you go from about November to March, and it's a long grind, and you got to be in shape. And kudos to our strength and conditioning staff because they definitely did a really good job with making sure you all were in shape and healthy throughout the year. So we get through the season. I do want to ask one thing. When Katie Webb hit that game winner against Southern Nass, did she call game?
No, I don't think so. She said it was a reaction. She just knew she had to get the shot up, and that's what she did. She didn't call game, but she just knew. I just saw Kamryn jumping 10 feet in the air and the whole bench running the floor, which you're not supposed to do.
Yes.
So
Yes. The best was the reaction with Coach Grover. Super excited that we won, and all of a sudden turn around and get super mad and told her to get back on the bench. I'll tell you,
yes.
I don't know what happened, but I didn't have a good grip on my phone. And so when she hit that shot, I threw my phone about 15 rows down the bleachers on accident. I thought I was going to hit somebody. So that was an exciting day, and that was one of those wins that it doesn't matter who the opponent was. That was a very tough game. It was a grind. Yeah. They played well. They played us well, and so did Southern Arkansas. And to be able to win those games, I knew that we were going to have something special. So we go through the regular season, win the regular season, get in the GAC championship. Katie, talk a little bit about the pressure, knowing that you've got to win every single game to advance.
It is a lot more pressure whenever you get down there in Bartlesville and stuff, but I think it helped too that most of us had been there the year before, so we kind of knew what the nerves were going to be like, and we were able to settle in. But, going throughout the whole season, we kind of look at it anyways, like every game matters, every play matters. So just having that mentality all through the whole season and even in practice, I think that kind of like conditioned us to be mentally tough and just focus on what we needed to get done to win each game and just take it game by game and get it done.
Kamryn, what was it like playing on a neutral site, away from where you're used to playing against teams and different fans travel differently? What was it like playing in the conference tournament for you?
It's definitely different being a neutral site, because here at home we get a lot of fans. So basically, it's just a lot of parents. But I don't really mind it. When it gets down to crunch time, everybody gets pretty loud in there. So
it is. They do a really good job of creating an environment in the way that court is set up, where the fans are literally on top of you. It definitely gets loud in there. Chandler, talk about your experience at the conference tournament.
I guess mine was a little different because, I got hurt early 2 games before the conference tournament started. So I think my mentality was to, bring the most energy I could from the bench because I knew that my teammates were going to be tired at the end of it because we were playing. We had a break being the first seed, but we were playing out game day after day after day, and that's rough on the body. So my mentality was like, I'm going to be the loudest. I'm going to cheer the hardest. I'm going to give as much support as I can. And I just knew, I felt like, yeah, we were walking into more pressure, but we already beat all these teams. So we walked in knowing, we've done this before, we can do it again. So that was more like my mentality for the team.
Briley, GAC all-tournament team. So you definitely came in locked in, ready to play. What was that experience like for you?
It was an incredible experience. Going in, you feel a lot of nerves right before the game starts, but as soon as the ball is tipped up and the game kind of starts, all your nerves kind of go away and you get settled in. So
were you all superstitious? Did you eat at the same restaurant every single day, same meal? How'd that go?
No, I don't think we did.
McAllister.
Yep. Oh yeah, we did eat
That's the
McAllister's.
game day meal is McAllister.
Yeah.
Get the same exact thing.
yeah, we did.
There you go. So, Katie, fast forward when the clock hits 0 and you win the GAC championships. Talk about how that felt and talk about being able to go climb the ladder and cut a piece of the net down.
It's really an unbelievable feeling just to let it sink in that all of your hard work has paid off, and just the people that you've been with day by day for the past however many months, and you get to celebrate it with them. You get to climb the ladder and like look down to see them, like just like our team camaraderie, just celebrating together and just recognizing like, wow, we really did this. It's awesome. It's unbelievable.
Kamryn, where were you on the floor when the clock hit 0, and talk about your experience being able to cut the net down?
So I was actually on the bench when the clock hit 0. Coach Grover had pulled some of us out a couple minutes before the end of the game. I remember, though, just sitting there with my teammates, and I was just like, you're not on the floor, so you kind of get a second to, calm down a little bit. And I remember just thinking, wow, like we're fixing to win this, and we set this goal when we came back in August. And so kind of like what KB said, just coming in every single day for months and just grinding with the same people, and you get to where you want to be and you win it. And it's just kind of crazy because, that's your goal the whole time. And, just to grind it out, and it's not easy. It is not easy at all. So just to win it with them and be able to celebrate it gives me chills just thinking about it.
I will always say I'll never forget seeing all of you all get on the ladder and cut pieces of the net down, and the emotion that I felt through you all, because it was an exciting time, especially for you all, and especially for Coach Grover, because Darren's been with Southeastern for a long time, and you all mentioned injuries, and for a while there it was injury, and so it was nice to see it all come together. Chandler, how was it for you being able to cut the net down?
It was a dream come true. Like I said, that wasn't something I even had the chance to do in high school. And I mean, that's not something you just think, oh, I'm definitely going to get to do. And like, as the seconds went down, I thought, I've accomplished one of my dreams. And not a lot of people can say they accomplished their dreams, but I did. And it was just because of the teammates we had and the grind we had and the sacrifices we made to come in on the weekends and, pick each other up after a hard game. Like, we had a lot of ups and downs throughout the seasons, but we rode that roller coaster and we roll it well. So I was just really excited to cut my net down and keep on marching.
Briley, where were you when the clock hit 0?
I was also on the bench. I think it might have been by Cam, but you just start getting chills as the game's coming down, and you're so excited and you have so many emotions at the same time. But I also think it was even more cooler that's never been done here before, and so that feeling was also one that was just kind of like, we can do this, and we got it done.
Yes, it was definitely an exciting time and a historic time for Southeastern. So you win. You know that you're going to the NCAA tournament. So what was it like being able to get on the bus and know that you're going to go play an NCAA competition, something that hadn't been done at Southeastern since, I believe, 2011. What was that like? What was that experience like? I know I don't want to talk about, I know it got shut down and that was terrible, but what was it like leading up to that, knowing that you get to go play more basketball when 98% of the teams went home? Katie.
It's really just so exciting because on the bus ride up there, you're sitting here thinking, we're about to play, and everybody else is at home. They're just sitting at home on their couch, and we're still getting to play, still getting a chance to win more games, get to be with our teammates and take a trip up there. And, we didn't get to do what we wanted to do up there. But even then, after we got the news and everything, we just decided that, it was out of our control, and still had a good time with our teammates and rode back, made it home, and now we're still just rolling along. So
That's a great mentality to have. We're just rolling along with it. Kamryn, what about you?
It was exciting. We were super excited to be going. I was feeling pretty confident about who we got matched up with, so that was exciting going down there and looking forward to, winning a couple games. Not many people get to say that they made it to the NCAA tournament, so we were super excited, and that's also another goal that we had set was to get there. And growing up, that's something you always want to do. So to be able to accomplish that and to get there was really exciting.
Chandler, what about you?
Just to piggyback off Kamryn, like I think we were just super excited to get the chance to even go. Like you said, like not a lot of teams get to go. Like it's a very few and selected few, and we were just really excited. And even though we didn't get to do what we wanted to do, we still had a great time down there. We felt honored and blessed to even step on the court to get ready for practice. So we didn't take anything for granted, and we were upset, but we just like encourage and like really appreciate the experience to even go down there and get ready for something like that.
Briley.
I think the same thing with what they've all said. On the way up there, we were very excited, but to not be able to play and to not put on our shoes, we were about to step on the floor, and that was kind of sad. But just the experience, it's never been done, and so just to have that feeling and the excitement, it was a really cool experience.
So everything gets shut down. We get sent back. We go on the longest spring break in history. But one positive thing that happened over the summer was when you win championships, what do you get?
Rings.
Your rings. So talk about that. And unfortunately, none of y'all are wearing your rings. What was it like seeing those for the first time, Katie?
It was awesome. I'm sure a lot of people already saw our ring video. So basically, if you want to know what it was like, you can see our reaction. That was our genuine reaction when we first saw our rings. And just being able to put it on was just a reminder of what all we accomplished. And it just kind of brings back chills again of that moment whenever the buzzer went off and we got to cut down the net. And it's just an awesome reminder of what we accomplished.
Kamryn, what about you?
I was super excited all summer. I looked forward to getting those. That's my first ring, so I was super excited to get those. I love that ring will symbolize for the rest of our lives, all the hard work that we put into that season, and not only just the hard work we put in, but it also, tie me in with all my teammates. That's just something I can always have and see and wear and remember, my teammates, the season we had, just all the hard work that went into that.
Chandler, what about you?
I would say the same. Like that's my first ring ever, and it was beautiful to look at. And I actually opened my ring up with Katie, which made it even more special because we were really, really close on the team, and it just ties you together. We'll always be known as the class that won the conference tournament, and we will always be known as that. So it's like we left our mark not just as individuals for that year, but also as a team. And that's like something a lot of teams don't get to do. Like as the years go on, you get more and more teams, but like we'll always be remembered because of that ring that we had. And it's just a reminder that, it's something that's not often given, but we got it. And it's motivation for our younger ones to also get that and also have that experience with us.
I'm going to quote your tweet. The game finally put a ring on it, is what you said. I remember seeing that.
That
was a good one. That was a good one.
Thanks.
So, Briley, what about you?
I honestly couldn't wait to get the rings. When we picked out the size, I didn't, my first reaction when I first opened it was like, oh my gosh, it was huge. But, it was just, to be able to get those and to wear them and to, like Cam said, just remember who played with you and who put all the hard work in with you to get those. So it was just a great feeling.
But we'll kind of fast forward into the semester. We get back. It's definitely a unique time right now with classes and how we're structured. Katie, what's your schedule like right now, especially being a biology major?
So it's definitely a lot different because most people who have been to Southeastern know that the biology building is the one that's not on the U. You got to go a little farther out there and climb up the steps. So I haven't even had to climb those steps yet. I mean, I think twice, whereas I was climbing them 3 to 4 times a day. And I have only 2 face-to-face classes. The rest are online. So just trying to stay on top. Like, I feel like I'm always forgetting to do something just because I'm not going to class. So just having to stay on top of that, and then just coming to the gym and get extra shots up, and then come for practice. It's just become a new routine.
Mm-hmm. So what about your schedule, Kamryn? What's that like right now?
So as a junior, I've never had like a day during the week where I didn't have class. So this is something new to me, and I actually really like it. I only go to class 2 times a week. Sometimes the one class I do have to go to is blended, so sometimes it's through Zoom. But I really like that. I just love the extra time, being able to come to the gym. It's definitely different for me, and like KB said, it's a little bit stressful because you don't have someone, when you go to class reminding you, hey, you got this, you got this. So it's a lot more responsibility, but I enjoy the extra time.
Chandler, how's your schedule changed from being an undergrad student to now a grad student? What's that like?
Well, for one, like it's less classes, which is kind of weird because you're used to taking to 12 to 16 hours for each semester, and they're also in like the 7-week classes. So like I have 2 this semester, I have 1 in the next semester. It's a little more pressure just because like they're not as lenient. They're like stay on top of it. But I like it. I think it's a lot more interesting information that I literally want to know for my major. But it gives me a lot of time. Like I can have a job and I get to work with therapy since they're all online. So it gives me a lot more flexibility than I would have on undergrad.
Like I said, she graduated and finished her degree, and now is getting her master's. And so we're super thrilled to already have her as an alumni. And so that's great. Briley, what about you? What's your schedule like?
So I pretty much have 1 class I have to go to, and then plus a lab, and then the rest are online. But it's also good that me and Kamryn have the same major, so most of our classes are the same, so we can kind of hold each other accountable for if we miss assignments or what's next to do. And just with basketball, we do have a lot more time just because of everything being online and different. And so coming in and getting extra shots and just being able to utilize your time well.
So I've got a couple more questions, and I will bring this up. I want to start asking you all this because a lot of people watch this. Katie, if you could tell a recruit one thing about Southeastern, what would it be?
I feel like whenever you come to Southeastern and you meet the coaches, and even just being on campus, it just feels like a very tight-knit community. And it just feels like a second home. It's very comfortable. I've never met anyone here that hasn't been friendly. It's kind of like Southern hospitality, I guess. But everyone here is just excited to be here and very supportive. We have a lot of non-athlete students that are very supportive that come to all the games. It's an awesome community to be a part of.
Kamryn, what would you tell a recruit when they're looking at Southeastern?
I would say Southeastern sets you up to succeed. From your coaches to the compliance to the athletic staff to your professors, just everybody. They want to see you succeed, and they'll do whatever it takes to help you. And for me, that's awesome.
Chandler, what about you?
I would say that they, appreciate you for more than just being an athlete. It's more like, you're here to play, you're here to, win games, but like our coaches really hold us responsible and try to teach us life lessons that we can take out into the real world when we graduate. And I think our professors and our athletic department, they all do the same thing. They try to they emphasize, we're here to win, you're here to play, but they also emphasize like this, there's more to this when you graduate. Like after you're done, we want you to be ready for the real world. So I think that's like the greatest thing that kind of appealed to me about Southeastern is because I wanted to be prepared for life after basketball. So.
Riley, what about you?
I would say the coaches and the community, like Chan said, that the coaches always say they try to prepare us for stuff on the outside world. And so just learning things from them, different things. In the community, the fans, they always show up. You'll walk by and you'll see an athlete and you know them. So it's kind of a tight-knit community. And so that's pretty cool.
So we've got about 4 minutes left. We'll get through a couple more things. Kamryn, where are you right now on campus?
I'm in the film room.
So we had basketball has their own film room, and I know last week when we had another student athlete on, he had a different angle. So now you can see what the chairs and all that look like in the graphics in the film room. So there you go. Briley, where are you at right now?
I'm in the locker room.
Gotcha. So and I know every year that since I've been here, Darren is always putting things in the locker room to upgrade and really do some unique things. The SC on top of the ceiling looks really nice. Katie is in the blue and gold suite. That's in our arena. That's a suite where we can host individuals or whoever it is that comes to our games and stuff like that. And then Chandler, you get to be in Haley's office. So not a lot of people get to see that. So there you go. I got one more thing, and we'll get you all on here. I appreciate you taking time to do this. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our people that watch it. Katie, what does Southeastern Oklahoma State University mean to you?
I think that it will always be a second home to me. I think that it'll be somewhere that I want to come back and watch, the future teams come and I would love to come and watch them play. It just feels like somewhere that I can come home to, and I'll always appreciate everything that Southeastern has given me.
Kamryn, what about you?
It means so much to me, honestly. I'm extremely thankful that, one day I'll be able to say that I'm alumni of Southeastern. I'm just extremely grateful that I have the opportunity to play here. It means so much to me, and I know that one day I'll graduate from here and start a new chapter somewhere else, and I know it'll be extremely hard to leave this place, leave Durant, leave Southeastern, just leave this environment here.
Chandler, what about you?
I think Southeastern means to me is, the place where I grew up. It's really helped me come into my own person and the woman I want to be one day. And it's gave me opportunity after opportunity. Not many people can say that, they got their bachelor's here and they're getting their master's here. Like, that's not an opportunity many athletes, much less regular students, get the chance to do. So it'd always be like the place where I grew up, and like, it's going to make me want to come back and push my kids to go here. And, it's just where I met most of my friends, my best friends. So it's home.
It definitely is a special place. Briley, what about you?
I would say it's a place that kind of grew me up from high school. You have to live with your parents and stuff like that. So once you get to college, you're kind of by yourself. So it's been a great experience. And like they said, it's kind of just like home.
I'll quote Chandler one more time because we've got a giving graphic going out, and she had a really awesome quote about this. Southeastern is a place where I've had my greatest victories and went through some of my toughest lows. But this place and the people have shaped me into the woman I am today, and I think that kind of hits the nail on the head. It's a special place, and we are super excited to have you all back. I cannot wait until we get to play again. I cannot wait for fans to be in the stands again. We're going to do a lot more this year, get in the community and get people to the games and to see what the champs look like. And so, again, I appreciate you taking time. We've got about a minute left. Is there anything else you want to say?
Just thank you to our donors and our sponsors for having our backs. There's some tough times through the whole athletic department where, we have rough years, but everyone backs us up and believes in us. And I think that just really pushes us to be a better university and a better, athletic department.
I just want to say thank you to my coaches, my teammates, my parents. None of this would be possible without any of them. And thank you to our donors and the community for always supporting us.
I would say thank you to all the fans. If it weren't for them, they're the ones that give us a spark, cheering really loud at the game. So I would say thank you to all of them.
I would also like to say thank you just to the whole community of Durant, our coaches, you guys, our teammates, and also to you, Seth. Big thanks for getting people to know about us and getting our names out there. So.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'm never going to stop pushing Southeastern onto people. I'm sure it drives them crazy. Storm fans, when we're able to come back and go to games, I hope to see you all in the stands cheering these young ladies on. They're talented. We're so excited to have them back. Ladies, thank you so much for doing this. Have a great night. Go Storm.
Thank you.
Thank you.